Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on Son Goku, Planet Namek, otherwise known as the new Nameku. I took this deck over the weekend to Nationals. Got my invite from Bandai Fest. I placed 11th with Giblet. So I decided to go a different route for Nationals. So with Nationals, I ended up unfortunately only placing 69th out of 197. Not the number where I wanted to be, but still better than half. I wanted to go over a deck profile and kind of some of the content that you get for participating and placing at Nationals. So right off the back, for participating, they give you two of these energy marker sets. In the energy marker sets, we're going to have three different variations of energy markers that are in the pack. So I'm going to open it and show you here. This is for top 128. So top 64, which I was 4 spots away from, got Brawly. Top 32 got UI Goku. 16 got Mats. And an uncut sheet. I'm trying to remember the rest. You can always look it up on Bandai to see third, second, and first prizes. But this is the card you get for placing top 128. It is the SB02 Frieza from the new set that released a couple weeks back. It is a very beautiful card out of the sleeve, up close personal. What I did want to do is actually open up one of these just to show you the detail and the texture that these cards offer in this set, which is amazing. And to one of my lucky subscribers, when we hit 300 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away one of these energy markers of your choice. So just to show you the detail on these, this is actually outside of the pack. We have Vegito right here. I mean, I just really want to get that texture and just show you that beautiful color aura that we're getting off Vegito. So this is Vegito. It's probably my favorite. Again, I mean, this is just a beautiful card. To show you the other one that we have here, this is Brawly again. This is just insane. I mean, if you grew up watching any of the Brawly movies, you just remember that special noise that would take place and the whole screen would turn green and the black and the white. I mean, that's exactly like the vibe that we're getting as this reflects with the lights. It's just a beautiful energy marker card. This is Frieza. Frieza isn't necessarily one of my favorites, but I mean, this is just a beautiful card in itself. Purple, it's nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with the texture on this card. It is a very, very beautiful card itself. So these are the cards that you get just for participating. You get a set, 2 sets of these. For placing 128, like I said, you get this and an additional set. So I just wanted to show you guys hands-on what those cards look like. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's go over the deck. My variation got a lot of compliments. I played mine very low to the ground. I didn't have any 5s or 6s in the deck. Typically the deck does run 1 or 2 of the 5s. It's a restandard Goku. Mine was very low to the ground. The object was just to stay between 2 to 5 energy pretty much the whole game and just beat your opponent down. When they punch, you punch harder. That's how this deck works. If you're not familiar with the deck, this side, you awaken at 4. When you awaken, this has a really, really strong ability. Once per turn, you have to have a Planet Namek card in the battle area. You can re-stand this leader. One of the best combos that you could do with this leader is swinging when you're at 4 life, drawing a card, awakening, drawing in another card, activating this leader effect. As I mentioned, as long as you have a Planet Namek card, this card restands, and when you swing and draw again for this side. So this side is a when attacking, draw a card, and this side is a once per turn, draw 1 card. So it kind of has a little bit of the aggro boo kind of feeling to it. It is a very, very nice feeling to be swinging 30 every turn for a second time for a leader swing, which is amazing. We'll go into some of the cards here. For Murray, pretty standard. You want to try to self-awaken like as quick as you can. This allows you to awaken as quick as you can. This card is a good matchup against other aggro decks that maybe aren't expecting a blocker from you. So this is nice. This is my own personal tech. A lot of people don't run Bachita. I like Bachita just because he's just an extra swing. What this guy does is, if your leader has Planet Namek and its special traits, add one card from your life to your hand. If a card is removed from your life during this turn, this card gets plus 15, plus 5,000 power for the turn, for the battle. So essentially, when you go to attack, he gets an extra 5,000 when attacking. So he's always swinging for 20 in this deck just because you're always taking a life. The other unfortunate thing is this is kind of like a card that you want to see very early. You'll play him early and just leave him active against a lot of decks and just leave it a problem for them to deal with. If they don't deal with it, you're going to be swinging for 20 towards the later game when you start taking life with your leader ability and other cards. I just like it. It's a 4 of in my deck. This is a 4 of in almost everybody's new Namek deck. You're going to need to see this card with Nail. This is just a cantrip. It's just going to draw. This card, right here, it's showing 4. This was not my list at Nationals. I was actually just running this at 3. This card is really, really good. I do like the ability. This is just one of the late game push cards. Even mid game push cards. You can play this card for reasons that I'll explain later on in this video. This card can attack. So basically, you'll discard one card from your hand. If your life is 3 or less, choose up to one of your leaders or up to one of the cards in your battle area, both with Planet Namek and their special traits, and it gets 1,500 power for the turn. So on your second leader swing, this actually makes your leader 45, which is amazing and incredible. So I had that at 3 at my list. I was a little bit iffy about this card, but at the end of the day, I did end up running it at 4. It's so good. It just adds anything Planet Namek. Depending on your matchups, you don't see any supers, you're dead. So this lets you add back supers. It lets you add some of the pieces that you might be missing in your Piccolo nail chain. So this is a really, really strong card to have. Kami. I mean, I can't tell enough about Kami. This is just a really good card. Into your Omega matchups, for the 1-drop blocker, you can just get rid of it. For your Cell matchups, it gets rid of the 1-drop Cell, which sometimes people want to leave on board early just to test to see if you have a Kami in your deck, and this answers the 1-drop Cell and all the Android 18s, obviously. This is a 4 of. It's 10k combo. It is not a Planet Namek, so the one thing that you got to keep aware of is, with it not being Planet Namek, your leader ability says that it will not restand if it's not Planet Namek. So you can't restand with this card. Always combo it out with your first swing, so that way you can use your leader ability. Next card that we have is the Nail. This is part of the Piccolo chain. 10k combo, 15. Most of the time you can take a life with this if you're in the right place, just to make sure that you can awaken and start swinging. This card is really powerful. You're going to take the 1-cost cantrip Piccolo and this card, place them in a dropping, and play a 4-cost Piccolo with it. It is a great card. We'll go over the 4 costs here in a second. I cannot tell you enough how much this card is a great piece in the Namek deck. This just punishes a lot of people and gets so many free swings. It helps take life. This is just the MVP for the deck. What's really nice with this card too is it's 25, so it's a real good magic number against the crit booth. They want to use it as a blocker. So what ends up happening is, whenever you go to start swinging, if they want to block, cool. You'll end up getting the 4-cost boo out. But what's amazing is this is already rested, so then you just tap to activate the effect for main and gets another swing anyways. So this is just a good card. I like that for the boo matchup. It just dies with the Cell matchup, unfortunately, with the 1 extra card, self-destruct. Very easy target. And the other thing too with this card is Omega can't deal with it when you leave it active. So another good card. You can just start beating them down really early. It really punishes all the decks that like to kind of ramp and take a while to get to their turn 5. So this is the last set in the Piccolo chain. You want to aim for this guy. This guy heals you when you're at 3 or less. Always. The healing effect is actually optional too. You can always just draw. Choose not to put the life back. This is cool because you can get rid of a lot of dead cards too that you have. We do run quite a few dead cards in this variation of the deck. Um, just because all of our dead cards are really, really strong. This just lets you get rid of the dead cards if you have one of too many of them. You can put them at the bottom of your life. Essentially, you'll never see it unless you're dead. So I like this card for that. This is also a magic number if they decide, like if Boo decides to use blocker for the 4-drop, this goes underneath the blocker for the crit, for the 4. Sorry, not for the crit, for the rest everything Boo. But yeah, there's that card. My build is really greedy. I am running 3 of the double striker. I want to try to kill my opponent, and I need this card to do that. Um, so obviously in any deck, you're going to have 4 supers. I feel like I do not need to explain anything there. Um, I run 3 instants. Some people run 4. Some people tell me I'm crazy for running 3 instants and running angry. My build that I had was actually 3 angry at nationals, and it did feel bricky at times. But this is a card that I needed to see in my variation. I mean, being able to swing with a Bulma for 35 with this card is just insane. Swinging with a Murray for 40 is insane. Um, yeah, I mean, I cannot tell you enough how much this card is really, really good. That's why on the Guru it says it can't attack. That card would be too busted. I can use it to buff for 15 for both of my swings for my leader, and then use an angry on top of it. I mean, that would be insane. It really puts a limit to I cannot swing for big numbers on my 4 energy turn. That's where it just really puts a limit with that. Um, this is my split. Some people don't run angry; they just run the 4 instant. I prefer running the 3 and the 3. But yeah, that's that. And then this is just for the awkward matchups that we have. I'll go into some of the matchups that I had. The first matchup that I had for nationals was Jiren. And this was actually one of the cards that I put in the deck in case I did run into the one of Jiren out of the 197 players, because that's my luck. And as my luck would have it, I did have this card when I was playing against Jiren. I was able to go on 5 energy. With my 5 energy turn, he didn't reestablish another 30k. He only had 130k on board with 2 life. Warm Greeting for 2. With the other 3, went for double strike for game. That's how important this card is. It is not a good card if you do not know how to use it and when to use it. You can just give your opponent the upper hand. These are cards that really help you seal the game if you know how to use them correctly. My second matchup was against Broly. Most of the time, anytime we're going to be playing against any green decks, the aggro deck usually is going to beat um, the ramp deck most of the time. Brawly is another deck that is an aggro deck, but it just takes a little bit to get going, especially if they're just taking my 15 swings off the back and not comboing out. That's what the other Brawly player did. Unfortunately, no hard feelings. Any of the opponents I'm talking about, we will not mention any names, but yeah, unfortunately, we beat the Brawly, we beat the Jiren. We then proceeded to playing Stell. Round 3, we comboed up to 170 for final swing to Cell's 170. So every Cell matchup was never won very easily. It was always won by 1 or 2 missing combo pieces, or losing by 1 or 2 missing combo pieces. My 4th matchup was Cell. I just ended up losing. They saw better cards. That was not down to 1 or 2 pieces. That was by a long shot. The next matchup was also Cell. That one really caught me by surprise. That Cell was actually running 2 double strikers, which I essentially think that most Cell players, if they're running any double, it would probably be the one of, but I was proven wrong. They were running 2. I saw them charge their double striker in their energy turn 1, and I just assumed, oh, well, that's out of the bag. They burned marker to drop down a 5 when I was at 2 life, and that's all she wrote. Comboed up to 150, and I was at 125, so I lost that one. The next matchup was Boo. Boo just went nuts. Boo was doing Boo things, and we were not able to beat Boo with our cards and our curve. The last matchup was Go Tanks, and I don't think I need to touch on that. We beat Go Tanks. Go Tanks will be really, really strong this next meta with the next format. I'm really excited. I think that will be my next video. We'll be talking about the new format, the new meta, what kind of deck set we're expecting that are going to be taking place in the tops with Boo and Cell now being a little bit restricted on its overwhelming power. That's going to be it for today. I thank y'all for watching. If y'all have any questions, feel free to comment below. And like I said, we're going to be giving away one of these guys. Let's hit 300 subscribers so I can give one of these away to you guys. Thanks and have a wonderful day.